So I don't think that people are actually saying enough about what it feels like when your hubby is actually your best friend. So I was thinking about this the other day and I realized we've really grown to where we are now. Like we genuinely enjoy each other's company and I don't take that lightly or for granted at all. We actually love being with each other, especially when the kids are not around. If you see him, you see me. Like, we go do things we've been dying to do. We go out late. We go have a glass of wine. We go grab a pizza at midnight. We just do the things. It's like we step out of parent mode, and then we jump right into this is my best friend. Like, this is absolutely my best friend. It's just amazing to think about how much laughter we actually do, how much bed rotting we can actually do. Like, we don't fake the connection. Like, we actually really like each other. And I think that's great because I know that there are couples that have been together for many, many years and they're our age, and they don't make it. There are couples that didn't make it through COVID. There are people that don't make it through everyday life, you have to have a basis of actually enjoying each other. I think about not only getting ready for our wedding, but at our wedding, the officiant just made it clear to say, he could tell that we genuinely loved each other, that we actually like each other is what he said. You guys have a strong foundation because I can just tell you just like each other. I think that's great. I think that's the best compliment anyone can get on their wedding day. Good sign, right? But let me ask you something really quick. Do you feel like your partner right now is your person or just somebody you're doing life with? Let me explain. This thing that I'm talking about, that I'm referring to, this friendship, it did not happen overnight. It took time, it took growth, and we battled. We went through the mud and we fought hard to get to where we are now. What did that take? That took conversations, that took highs and lows. Sometimes over years it took more lows than high. It took trust, it took intentional public space conversations. It took asking open-ended questions. It took asking questions without emotion. It took having a better understanding of how I work, of how he works, of what he likes and what I don't like. It took communication, and it still takes communication, but most of all, I feel like it takes empathy. You have to put yourself in someone else's shoes, at least for myself. Empathy has taught me how to really relate to a lot of people, to forgive a lot of people, to not be so angry all the time at people, and my husband is no exception to that rule. So, intentionality. It just takes growth. You have to want to get there. You have to be able to look at someone and not feel resentment and not feel anger. And if something is sitting with you, you just have to say it, whether you pray on it, whether you write about it. You don't go to other people about it unless it's someone you know that can give you wisdom. But sometimes you don't always have to say the thing that wants to come out of your mouth. I had to learn that if I'm hesitating in sending the text, if I'm sending the text out of anger, if I'm sending the text to be petty, it doesn't need to be said. I don't want to treat my best friend like that. Okay, and then this is big for me because it's not even about the big things. It is about the small things, the small everyday things that make me go, yeah, this is my person. And by that, I just mean it's the good morning text. Believe it or not, if we're not working the same schedule and if I didn't see him when I woke up, it's the good morning text. It's the coffee trips together, even if it's through the drive-thru. It's the bringing me home my favorite candy. It's the cooking our favorite meals, making sure he has breakfast. Like it's the intentional things that only you know your best friend would know about you. And those are the things that matter. It's like it stacks up. It builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And that makes you feel loved. And that makes your little heart feel good when you know that the person that loves you remembers everything. And there's a saying that says when they forget the little things, that's when you have problems. Because that means that you're no longer on their mind. That means that that friendship is breaking, it's lost, it's not there. You're no longer a priority. So the little things are actually the big things. And I'm just really grateful to have about 15 years now of experience of growth and good times, and the highs are way better than the lows, and the memories and the trips and the vacations and the laughter, and the inside jokes and the praying with each other, praying for each other, you know, like just those moments, just being together. I really am just grateful for that. And I think I just had a moment where I was like, I need to say this out loud because I don't feel that I've said it out loud enough. And that's probably why we're having this chat now. Because stuff like that goes unsaid so easily. It's one thing, girls, you know, we're hilarious. We'll send a text or a reel in a quickness that's like, if you had a box of crayons and they were all blue, would you still pick me if I was one of the blue crayons? You know, like we still like to know, like, do you like me? Circle yes or no. But it's really nice to say it out loud, truly, and not just be silly about it, but to really say like, oh, I really am so grateful. Like God did his big one when he gave me my partner in life, because we are truly best friends. And it can feel like it's taken for granted when those things aren't said out loud, because that is also part of like saying the little things, like, do you really know that you're my best friend? Like say it with like a full heart, like with a history back behind it, with good times, with intention, with growth, with commitment, like tied to that. It's like, yeah, like you're my bestie. So I just needed to say it out loud. I just needed to ponder and sit on that for a minute. And don't feel like, if you don't feel like your relationship with your partner right now is like best friend status, I promise you, you're not doing anything wrong. This is no judgment and this is no shame. It just probably means that you have time, and maybe it's time to dig a little deeper, and maybe it's time to just be more intentional, to reconnect intentionally and learn your partner and give them a chance to learn you so that you can reach best friend status. Because when you get here, it's like life is a party. But take the time, try to be intentional. Maybe the next time you want to do a coffee run on a Saturday, take your partner and let it be an actual coffee run where you go to the coffee shop, you go sit down, even write down a list of questions if you want to. I've done that. Of like, can we talk about this? Leave them open-ended. Give them a chance to actually answer those questions, and then just take inventory. Start to learn each other intentionally. People grow and shed their skin so often that you could be looking at somebody that you thought you knew. Not to say that you don't, but you could be looking at somebody you thought you knew, and their whole idea of what they like and who they are can be different now. So you have to be intentional in cultivating that friendship. So that would be my challenge for you, is to try that. If you feel like, girl, how do I become best friends with my partner? So again, don't feel bad. You're not doing anything wrong. If you're not there yet, lock in and get to know your partner.